everyone, and welcome to the first ever edition of the Football Forum presented by the Bucyrus Telegraph-Forum. I'm sports writer Joey Chandler, and joining me later in the show will be sports writer Dan Messerschmidt and lead reporter Henry Conti as we break down our football picks for the week and discuss the game of the week, undefeated Buckeye Central at undefeated Winford for the NCC League opener. I also stopped by to talk with Bucyrus head coach Jake Bruner and see how the Redmen's season has been going so far this year, while Henry traveled down the road to Winford to do a segment he likes to call Technique of the Week.
We're here with Coach Gabe Halbert, the quarterback's coach for the Royals, and he's going to tell us a little bit about quarterback footwork and why it's so important. Coach?
Well, we work a lot with our quarterback in his footwork. I feel he has to be balanced in the pocket. You have to have your feet under you at all times to make the throws. Our quarterback has to be able to avoid pressure, step up in the pocket when he has to, or spin out, or sprint when things break down. So quarterback footwork is something we work on every day and multiple times a week.
All right, well, why don't you show us what you do?
Sure. Cut, 1, 2, 3. You're going to push off the back foot, slide, slide, slide. Can you handle that?
What we're going to do here is I'm going to take a drop and work my way through these pads the way the Winford quarterbacks do during practice every day. And frankly, when things break down, they got to do it on the field. So, Coach, start me off.
Set, hut. 3 steps, you're going to slide, you're going to push it in the pocket. Eyes downfield, eyes downfield. There we go, slide, push, work up. Good. Nice, very good, very good. Nice. Not bad, like an old pro.
Now we're going to have a real pro do it, freshman quarterback.
Keaton Tyner.
Keaton Tyner is going to come out and join us. Keaton's
going to walk or take us through the bags here, see how he's progressed since the beginning of the year. Go on you, Keaton. Eyes downfield, good. Push, slide, there you go. Excellent. Relax that front elbow a little bit, there you go. Good, not bad. Usually then we'll try to time the guys to see how they do as far as against each other, a little competition, see who can get through the fastest and stuff.
Right. Okay, I've now been challenged by the freshmen to do the times competition to see how quickly we can do it. My money's on the kid, but we'll see what happens.
Slide, push. There you go, good. Slide, push. Caught a bag, that's all right. Keep your eyes downfield, not bad, 8.8. Here we go, Keaton. Hey, don't let us down, my man.
All
right. Good, push, there you go. Good, Keaton, attaboy. 6.1 for the freshman. Attaboy.
Nice job. That's why he's a Winford Royal. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Hello everyone, I'm here at the Bucyrus High School Athletic Complex, and joining me is Redmond head coach Jake Bruner. Jake, last week you guys had a pretty disappointing 37-35 loss to a Willard. What do you think your guys could take from that game to help them moving forward?
Well, obviously, we're disappointed, and our kids were, it was one of those games kind of rips your heart out at the end when you lose in the last seconds. At the same time, there's a lot of things you can learn from a loss, and we're hoping that our young group will get there.
I know it's got to be difficult to get off to an 0-3 start, but are the kids doing a good job staying positive and learning from these experiences?
Yeah, we're in kind of uncharted waters. The last 6 years, we haven't been in this situation too many times, and looking at our schedule, we've played some pretty good opponents. And at the same time, I think our kids are upset, and they're hurting a little bit. We're a young team, and we're growing, and I know that they'll continue to battle on.
You open up league play Friday night with a tough opponent in Ontario. What have you guys kind of done to prepare to head into their house?
Well, once again, we kind of looked at, what do we have to improve on? Because, we felt like, hey, that first half, we really, you give up 28 points in the first half to a team, I don't care who you're playing, you're going to have a hard time winning. And, we've really looked at what we've got to do to get better as a football program and, kind of look back and go back to the basics and do those things. Ontario's a tough team, maybe one of the most talented teams in the league this year. So, our first 5 are just rugged this year, but, with a young team, you look for growth every week, and I think we're getting that. Last week was disappointing, but at the same time, we saw some growth.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hello everyone, joining me here under the 12th man sign at the Bucyrus High School Athletic Complex is sports writer Dan Messerschmidt and TF lead reporter Henry Conti. And what we're going to do now is the picks we pick in the paper each week. We're going to break them down here on the video. We're going to start with the Telegraph-Forum Game of the Week, Buckeye Central at Winford. Both teams undefeated going into the season. Guys, your picks and your thoughts on what's probably going to be one of the best NCC's showdowns of this season.
Well, I would find it very difficult to pick against Winford. They haven't lost in 50 games a regular season, and they're playing at home. Buckeyes probably going to give them a great game, but I'm going with Winford.
This game is very simple. It's run and stop the run. Buckeye Central throws an awful lot, but I've seen both teams stop the run. I'm going to have to go with Winford. They've proven time and time again that they can run the ball. I say Winford.
You know, I got to go with Winford as well, especially seeing the way they've manhandled teams the past two games. Of course, Buckeye Central is also, you talk to a lot of people in the area, it's the best team they've saw heading into their league play. But you were mentioning the passing. Winford proved against Riverdale, they're a threat passing, they're a threat running. Their second string can do some damage. You've got kids like Jared Butler making 3 to 4 sacks a game. But it'll be interesting to see what Buckeye Central can bring to the table against them, and I think it'll be a good measuring stick for both programs, both playoff teams last year, heading into league play. Get on to the rest of the picks. We'll start with Bucyrus at Ontario.
Well, we got an 0-3 Bucyrus team going to a 3-0 Ontario team. Ontario, one of the preseason picks, but I think Bucyrus has got to get off the schneid here shortly, and I'm going to take them to do it this week against Ontario.
Ontario. Okay, Crestline at Colonel Crawford.
Saw the Bulldogs in action last week. I think they're for real. Crawford's still missing some of their guys, so I'm going to go with Crestline.
Bulldogs.
I'll go with Crestline.
Upper Sandusky at Galleon. Gallion's been on a roll here early in the preseason, and it is the renewal of a rivalry, but I'm looking at the Tigers to stay on top.
Galleon at home.
Galleon.
Lucas at Riverdale.
Lucas has been a surprise team this year in the NCC, I think, a little bit, and putting some numbers up offensively. I'm going to, even though the long trip to Riverdale, I'm going to take Lucas.
Lucas.
Cubs. Okay, Tiffin Calvert at Seneca East.
Battle of 2 3-0 teams. Tiffin Calvert ranked in the state. I look for Seneca East to knock them off.
I'm going to go with Seneca East.
I'm going to look for Calvert to defend their state ranking. Okay, and finally we have Mohawk at North Baltimore. Mohawk, I've seen this year, they're typically a quality program, but they have struggled a little bit this year. And North Baltimore's at home. I got to go with North Baltimore.
I'm going to stay with Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Okay, there you have it. That's our picks, but be sure to check out Saturday's Telegraph-Forum to see how well we did and see how your picks turned out. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for watching.